Hello fans and folks, welcome back to another episode of Winning at Minecraft. We are in the middle of an earthquake right now. Oh, this is so exciting. What's happening? What's happening? Well, it's okay. Well, it ended. There goes the hook for the video, I guess. That is alright though, because that was not the main plot of today's episode anyways. In fact, that has nothing to do with anything at all in this episode. So let's ignore that. Pretend that didn't happen, because, you know, we probably shouldn't look into that at all. What is today's episode, you might be asking? Well, it's about something that we didn't really get to last episode, since last episode was 4 minutes long. And I kind of wanted to make a whole episode about it and not skip over all the massive terraforming that I did last time. Look at that in the background. You can see that mountain's all grassy. So that's not what that's about. Also, look at that. I killed a phantom. Anyways, what we are going to talk about today is this letter I got in the mail. Oops. It's called 2 Weeks by the Judge. Oh no. Let's read it. I've already read it, so I do know what it says, so I'm gonna act that I'm surprised, you know. To Graphite, you are receiving this letter in preparation for the upcoming Snowy Valley Mayoral Election. It has come to our attention that you are running for mayor and are about to begin your brief campaign. In any other circumstance, this would be simple, as you were technically running unopposed. However, you're running in Snowy Valley, and Quentin Bourbaki has special ownership over the town. Due to this frustrating mandate from higher powers than myself, the election will be much more complicated. Bourbaki is still able to run for office and reportedly plans to. Ergo, this indictment will unfortunately have to coincide with the official election. We will need a local courtroom to deal with these two matters on site in 2 weeks, so be sure that that is provided. We're very sorry for the inconvenience and wish you luck with your campaign. Signed, the Judge. Sick. Let's go back to the room that I started in, because that's where all the bookshelves are. So basically what they want is this is a court-ordered mandate that I have to make a court for this order that we have to do. Which is great. Basically, Quentin Bourbaki, the ex-mayor who I had arrested for stealing money, embezzling, and stealing a bunch of technology and doing who knows what with it, messing with interdimensional affairs. It's a whole thing. If you haven't seen the other episodes, I mean, okay, episode 38 is a great place to start, sure. That's fine. We're gonna be building a courtroom today. That's what we're gonna be doing. And then later on, we're gonna have a court case where we have to make sure Quentin Bourbaki goes to jail and we become mayor, all in the same fell swoop. 2 birds with 1 stone, 1 court case. You can tell this storyline is fictional because we're being efficient with our time. That is what we're going to be doing today. Let me harvest this wheat and then we'll get down to the building blocks. Oh yeah. Alrighty, we got our bread. Let's see. I am thinking about building this place out of andesite. And a lot of andesite. Polished andesite used to be my favorite block in the game. I used to build everything with it, but now it barely makes the top 40 classic block chart, you know? So I'm gonna be a little nostalgic today, and I'm gonna try building this courtroom with the andesite. So we're gonna get a whole bunch of that. Actually, no, we gotta wait on that, because there's also one other thing we're gonna need, and that is terracotta. I don't think I have ever actually built with terracotta before. Maybe I have, and I just forgot. But it's not a block that I have a lot of. I don't even know where I put it in here. Here we go. We got all the terracotta that we do have from those places over there. What are they called? Trail ruins or whatever? Yeah. Sounds about right. So we need some of this. And since Snowy Valley's colors, as per the flag that we now have, are blue and white, and a little bit of like a yellow gold, I'm gonna do some blue terracotta because I think that looks really nice. Let me double check and make sure blue terracotta looks nice. Yes, that's actually the perfect color that I was looking for. It's just dark enough to kind of match the andesite, but also just blue enough to be blue, you know? So what we're gonna be doing first, I suppose, is making a trip to a Mesa somewhere, because that place is not going to give us enough terracotta, I don't think. I don't think it will. Maybe. But I do want to go to a Mesa really fast before we start building, because I think that'll be fun. And I have that phantom membrane, so I do have an elytra for it. We have a creeper farm, so, and we have enough rockets too. I'm gonna have to get some more from creeper farm and elsewhere. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go find a Mesa. I'll be fully disclosed with you all. That's the word. I'm going to look it up on a seed map. I feel comfortable doing this now that I have like beaten the game and I've gotten all of the achievements that I wanted. You know, I got all of this armor entirely in survival, and I'm very proud of that. So I feel okay looking up where certain biomes are now than I did before. Oh, look at that. That looks so sick. Okay, it has been about 2 days since the last time I recorded. I was mostly AFK at the creeper farm for 1 day. I just let that do its thing while I was at work. It blew up pretty quickly, but still managed to get all of this with the paper that I have from my farm, and I still have so much paper. I don't know how the sugarcane farm is being this useful, but oh my goodness. I hope I remember how to fly. It's daytime too, so oh, we're gonna have to do it during stormy weather, I believe. Make sure my elytra's actually on. Yepers. Alrighty. Here we go. Man, the view sure is pretty up here, isn't it? I don't know if the chunks are actually loaded in, or can't see anything. This is unfortunate. We got ourselves a ruined portal. Got some more lodestones, iron nuggets, ooh, golden boots with fire protection. We love that. Here we are. Look at this. The Mesa. So, yeah. We just gotta mine this whole thing and then turn it blue. So we gotta figure out where blue comes from. But first, let's do a little bit of a time lapse mining down this mountain. I should have brought some blocks to scaffold up. I don't think I've really fully explored a Mesa. This is probably gray or something, isn't it? Light gray. I like that color. Okay, we at the top of the Mesa. Let's get this thing down. Here we go. That took legitimately forever. I'm gonna put all of them in this chest because there's nothing in here. That took forever. Look at my poor wings. We have to get those fixed. Look at all of that terracotta. We've got no blue terracotta yet because that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, would it? But you know, we need to get blue. I'm tired of searching for materials right now. I'm ready to get started building. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm forfeiting all of the searching for materials until I need the materials. So where's this courtroom gonna go? It's gonna go right across the river from Snowy Valley. Now we already are across the river. However, you'll notice that there's a lot of room like right here that we haven't done anything except for this azalea tree that I trimmed. Alright, so now we have the beach in place too. This wall is looking really nice, like it wants something to go here, right? And I think we should oblige the wall. So we are gonna kind of build this courtroom into the wall a little bit. It's gotta be big, and I want to build with like a 3-layered wall, if that makes sense. So that we have one part for texturing, one part for the other side of the texturing, and then one part for the interior wall, so that it looks a little bit different. And then we also want it to be, we want some stairs leading up to it. And I was thinking, like, you know, the movie Rocky, you know, the stairs he walks up, or he runs up the stairs. I like how big they were. I don't know if we can make it look supernatural. So we'll deal with this little 3-block height right here. I think that's how we'll do the stairs. If it comes out that wide and then, or that long, And then we go right up to here, maybe? I think that'll be... Why is it always snowing here in Snowy Valley? I think that's good. Let me put a line across and see if that enhances the image that we can see. You know, through all the snow and everything. Give me that. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Come on, come on. You want to give me it? Whatever. I didn't want it anyways. Alright, there we go. And we're gonna have this thing go up, probably up to where the dirt on the mountain starts. And it'll maybe a little bit taller. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so 27 blocks across, and then we'll dig into the mountain however far we need. It's time to get a building. Let's build this thing out of andesite. Here we go. It has been a very long time. Same day, for your information. I laid in bed and I just mined andesite and man, I'm gonna turn around now so you can see what I've built. Oh, get a good angle. Look at this. Look at this wonderful thing. I'm actually really proud of it. So, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this. We got the moss. We're gonna moss more space up today because I've been looking at this. I think the reason this part looks so weird is because there's just a strip of snow there. I don't like that. So we're gonna fix that. I want you guys to look at the shading right here on the pillars. It is my, hold on. Let's step back. Let's step back so you can look at the full thing. Look at the shading on the pillars. Doesn't that look so natural? There's also shading like next to the pillars. You can see I used some tuff blocks there and then some andesite because the tuff was like really prominent against the andesite. They look so similar, but the andesite really, like the raw andesite, it kind of blends it together real good. Same with this diorite and the andesite up there. Excellent blending on this quartz. So we're using a lot of my favorite blocks in this. Andesite, moss, diorite, tuff. Oh man, beautiful. I did another one of these tricks where I put the stairs and then I put glowstone behind them. This is why we needed terracotta. Obviously I haven't put the terracotta in. This isn't what it is. We're gonna replace the andesite in here with the blue terracotta. Probably put some glazed terracotta in the middle. I definitely grabbed too much terracotta. I kind of just shaved this down. I need to continue shaving it because it's gonna be a little bit bigger inside. And we'll get to that here in a second, but not before we go looking for some blue, because we need some blue. Also, we need to figure out what we're going to do with this top part. Obviously, I put some gold up there, but I think I'm going to do more terracotta right there, and then either put another gold block or just glowstone in the middle. That way, there's some more light. I also did this where I have the copper, and I'm waiting for it to oxidize. It hasn't really done any oxidization, but yeah, we also have these indents on this side as well, so we'll have to get that done. I want to look at it from above, because that's another thing I haven't done yet. Let's go up to the bridge. Oh my gosh, it's snowing again. It has been just snowing constantly here. I am not sure why. I don't know why I said not really weird. I'm not sure why. It's just, it keeps on coming down. It's so bizarre. Yeah, wow, you can barely see it through the gray storm. That's great. Let's look at it front on from like, I don't want to get too close to the marriage house, but there's a little hill nearby. Yeah, you can't see that. I wonder if it's the snow or if it's the render distance. Let me see if I can, my render distance is turned all the way up, and this is how far I can see through the snow. So that's kind of underwhelming. Anybody else see that black spot up there? What was that? This snow, I don't like how much it's snowing here. It's kind of abnormal. Let's get back down and let's look for some blue. I gotta look up how to make a bunch of blue. So I just looked it up. For some reason, I thought that there was a tall flower, kind of like the rose bushes that Hamilton used to have by her base before. Well, I don't know what I did with them. But it turns out there's not. Oh, golly. Oh my gosh. They're invading my base. There's enemies everywhere. Hold on. Come at me, Broseph. I swear, I cannot get a sentence out today, guys. I'm so sorry. I forgot lapis lazuli is blue dye. So we're gonna use that, I guess. We need about 30 glazed terracotta and I don't know, like 2 stacks of regular blue terracotta. And I bet these little copper gremlins, which are what they are definitely, stole a bunch of terracotta, but I don't think I'll be able to notice actually. Let's get my stuff a little organized. How do we do this? Oh, please tell me I can do it. Oh no, I can only do it with regular terracotta? That's inhibiting my plans a little. That's a little frustrating. Okay, we have 64 more terracotta. I don't know what we'll do with all this other terracotta. I wonder if there's a way to take the color out of it. Can we drain the color out of things? This terracotta can be difficult to work with. But look at the blue glazed terracotta. That looks nice. I wish terracotta was easier to work with, you know? I feel like I would use it a lot. It's still snowing. Maybe it's nighttime. I need to sleep the snow away. It has genuinely, it has been snowing like most of the time during the building of this structure. It's making me angry. It's a good thing after we put the terracotta in, we'll just have to do interior stuff, because if it's gonna keep snowing like this, I'm gonna like weep or something. I don't know. Ooh, that, I mean, that looks good. I like that. I like that color. It's a much more purpley color than I expected, but the glazed terracotta definitely makes up for that, I think. Okay, there's one. Is that good? Do we like that? Let me do the other side, that way we can get a good view, you know? Okay, now how does that look? Disregard the snow in your face and the mountain that you can clearly see through the door. But that looks good, right? Oh! Huh, thank you. Okay, now you can disregard it much easier. Maybe once all these trap doors oxidize, it'll look a lot better. That way there's not like that golden red, what is that color? What color would you say that is? Copper. Copper's a color. That copper color is kind of throwing it off a little bit. I think once those oxidize and we get that teal kind of like that, it'll look a lot better with this blue, because the darker blues are going to be beneath the area where the teals are. I'm very sorry about my words, my talk, how I'm talking today. It's not going great. Let's get this wall done and see how that looks. Alrighty, that looks good. I feel like there needs to be some sort of border up at the top edge of the roof. Maybe not copper. I don't know. Maybe something else. Maybe something like, maybe some diorite. Diorite would be good. Why are you all friendless and lonely, sir? Anyways, so this is what it looks like out here. I put an extra glaze because I had some extra and I didn't know what to do with it. I don't know if that looks good. I don't know if that'll stay. I ended up going and mining a bunch of glowstone. I hate mining glowstone. I think that's actually my favorite thing to mine now. Least favorite thing to mine. I've lost it. I'm trying to get this all done in a day, which is insane. I already spent 3 days doing it, so obviously I'm not making that. But the glowstone, it fits really well in the corners, and I think that brings the yellow to this build that it was waiting on. I just really need that copper to oxidize. It is refusing to oxidize, except for that one. Why have you oxidized, but you haven't? It doesn't make, I know I'm on a chunk border too, because look, snow falls really heavy over here, but not over here. Is this chunk not updating for some reason? I worked mainly in this chunk. There's no reason. They aren't even showing signs of oxidization. Whatever. They'll get there eventually. We're gonna be spending a lot of time in here whenever the election day comes. We need to deal with the inside, because we're not splitting this into a 2-parter. We need to put a wall right here. I think it's gonna be mostly spruce, maybe some dark oak if I can make it happen. Not sure, but yeah, we're gonna have to mine this out quite a bit, which will be fun. I really enjoy just mining down mountains. We're about to do this now. I think I'm gonna have to bring the ceiling down so that it's, you know, at a regular height. I should probably do that first. Let me carve out this area. Let me get the area that we're gonna be working with, and then we'll deal some damage to the interior, and it'll look great and cool and good. Trust me. Alright, I got a little bit carried away. It is technically the second day, you know, 12:30 a.m. But look at this, look at this. So, I didn't do what I said I was gonna do. I kinda did what I said I was gonna do. I did mine this out. I kinda just laid in bed watching all of my own videos. As I hollowed this area out, I decided this would probably be a good enough amount of space, I think? Maybe? I don't know. Put some picture frames in here. I didn't do much else. These rooms are empty. We're gonna go through and do that together because I feel like I've just been laying down in bed doing this all myself. I put all the moss down. I love putting moss down. It's very therapeutic. This is taking me genuinely forever, and it's time to start in here. I've just been wanting to get this done so that it releases on Tuesday, because that's whenever the Daredevil's Born Again Season 2 finale comes out, and I was like, oh man, it'd be great if I have a courtroom come out on the Daredevil day, you know, because he's a lawyer. Yeah, it's about time we get to doing this. I brought a whole bunch of materials so that I didn't have to do a gearing up thing. And we're just gonna, I don't know, man. We're just gonna go through and let's start with these offices. I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do for these rooms. So it's kind of just, you know, whatever. You know, more of these desks in. I should have brought an axe. That would have been nice, but I got rid of all of them while cutting down a bajillion different dark oak trees. We have glowstone under here. Again, BT dubs. Granite ceiling. I don't know if I showed you guys that. I brought the ceiling way down here so that it's just a hallway. There's supposed to be like seats and chairs here. I don't know. I've never been in court. I've seen it in like TV and stuff. So I'm kind of just going off of what I think courtrooms look like. And they might as well look like this, right? Okay, we got two little offices. I don't know what they do in there. Let's add some seating out here. And then I should probably make some composters too. I like to use the composters for holding plants and stuff. Give me that. No. I like that painting, but it's covering up here. Sure, man. That looks fine. Nothing like a giant skeleton lounging around to make you feel at home in the courtroom. Donkey Kong? Should we have Donkey Kong in the courtroom? What sort of question is that? Of course we should have Donkey Kong in the courtroom. That's where Donkey Kong belongs. There's not going to be any picture frames in the actual courtroom, so that's, oh man. Ooh, I like that one. Looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex escaping a museum. Alright, these two offices, we'll consider done as soon as we put a composter in here and a composter in here. We need to remember that's where we're going to put the bushes. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then we have chairs out here. Little bench area. Let's actually give this bench armrests. People tend to like to rest their arms, usually. Alright, we put one in here. No! Okay, I accidentally put it into the composter. We do not want to do that. I have never made that mistake before, so that's cool learning experience. This should really spruce the place up. Or I guess you could say, azalea the place up? I mean, it's oak wood. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that joke worked at all. Alrighty, and then we still have 2 more composters, except we can make 4, can't we? Because, we're gonna have to get rid of all this light and then replace it with glowstone. I think I have like 11 or 12 left. 12, nice. That's the optimal amount. But I also brought a bunch of carpet so we can put the glowstone in the ground, and hopefully that'll be respectable. So one thing courtrooms really like to do is have a little area for the jury. So we'll do, I don't know, should it be right up against the door? That much? There. And then where are we gonna have the jury section end? Probably like right, where are we? That's like about halfway through. I don't know how much space we'll need for the actual judge sitting place. I really should have brought an axe, but I'm kind of just not wanting to at this point. Those there, because that looks cool. And we'll do it on the sides as well, just for some flavoring. Alright, and now we need to do that on the other side. Why is this automatically just immediately, but the ones outside aren't? That's ridiculous. That makes me a little angry. I just placed that block. Oh, and I don't think I even mentioned the Snowy Valley flag up there. That was the winner of the flag contest, and I need to figure out what to... Maybe I'll put some fences up next to it. Looking good, looking good. Now we need the judge's lair, or whatever it's called. I think we probably do need some pictures back there, or something. I don't know. Is this too big? Maybe. Okay, so it's definitely got to be over 2 blocks tall. But then I think that this should be, I don't know, maybe it needs to go a little bit higher. Which side is the witness usually on? This side, I think? Sure, yeah, that's what side they were on Ghostbusters 2.
Because it'll never happen again. It's an isolated incident. It's a one-shot deal.
Objection, Your Honor.
What?
He's leading the witness.
Sustained. Give me a break. We're both lawyers.
Alrighty. This looks just about done. I kind of spaced out and worked a lot without adding a whole lot of commentary, as I've been doing all day. But here is the judge's seat. We might need a little bit of this so that they can look up over. We got the, don't have a gavel. Also, you can't hear, can you? Because of, yeah, I can't hear that for some reason. Here is the entire thing. And you can see I put these trapdoors, used up all of the dark oak that I had. Paintings on the back wall. I even put some more terracotta in. I got some from that trail place, the trail ruins. I wanted to put like an insignia for like Snowy Valley, and I wanted it to be round, and Snowball just felt right. This is the name plaque for whoever the judge will be. Here's the defendant's chair. I don't remember if I actually showed that or not, but you can sit up here, be all defending, you know. This place is actually done. We got this whole thing done. Not in one day. It took me like 3 days total to finish this. But let me grab this, get this out of here. Look at that. It looks kind of like a church. I probably should have done like an arch on top instead of an angle. But it is way too late to worry about that. So yeah, next episode, who knows what we'll do, you know? Maybe we'll get some sort of call to action. There's the mayor right up there, still under house arrest. Maybe he'll do something. Who's to say? Anyways, it was actually a really productive episode. We did a whole lot today, as you can see. Massive structure on the map. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. You guys have a wonderful day. Or perhaps even a wonderful day if you're a vampire. Okay, bye-bye.